tell us about AAA?
Yeah, AAA. I love AAA. It's called
Me too.
Be aware of your feelings, accept them, and articulate them, which sounds so simple. Most people say, oh, I don't know what I'm feeling, because when I feel like I have a drink. I go on eBay and buy something. Because you don't let it get it. It's a form of gambling. I go shopping. I eat. I put on the television. And so we don't even know what we're feeling anymore, because we've never thought, hey, what am I feeling? Actually, I'm feeling really jealous. I'm so jealous of my sister. She's got a nicer life than me. But you see, your feelings are the most real thing you'll ever have. And the trick in life is to feel your feeling until it no longer requires to be felt. And when you eat your feeling, or shop your feeling, or medicate or drink your feeling, it just comes back stronger than ever. So the first thing is be aware of it, and then totally accept it. Today I wish I'd never had kids. Today I don't even know if I love my husband anymore. That's just how I'm feeling today. Then you've got to say it, the articulate. So how can I do that? Well, go and shut yourself in the toilet and run the taps and go, right, this minute, I don't even like my partner. But then it will go away like that. If you're not aware of it and you don't accept it and you can't state it. You know, I was looking at Dr. Julie's book, because I've got a new book coming out, thinking, wow, she's done so well. Am I jealous? I thought, I am envious, but she's really earned that and she really deserves it. And she's done so much good for people. So it's better to do that.
I love that you said that.
Yeah.
You know, when we were saying how nice it is when somebody goes, actually, this is how I felt, and I'm not proud, but it was a moment.
Yeah.
And I'm checking myself.
Yeah. Feelings are real. They're not bad. When my kid came up to me, Mummy, I hate Grandma. I said, do you? Because I hate her. I said, really? But I said, oh, I thought you loved her. No, I hate her. And I could have said, that's my mother, don't you dare. And I said, well, tell me why. Because I gave her a bit of my biscuit and she ate all of it. I said, oh, that's horrible. I would hate that too. You give someone a bite of your biscuit and they eat the whole thing? That's very hurtful. She said, yes, I don't like her anymore. I said, okay. So I had to make her aware. So I said, so you're upset because she took your thing. And you can say it, and you can tell me. I would never punish her for saying, I hate my grandma. I don't like my friend anymore. So I would always allow her to come and do this and teach her. Aware, accept, and say it. But people say, don't you dare say that. Don't you say that. It's not right. You can't say that. It's not okay to say you're jealous. It's wrong to say, I wish I'd never had kids. We were with some friends in LA and they said, honestly, our life would be better if we'd never had our children. We often think about that. When they left, they turned their bedrooms into a gym. They said, we took them to the river, come back. Brutal. And I really like this. Yeah, they haven't really been what we thought they'd be, and it wasn't quite what we expected. But I loved that honesty.
Honesty, yeah. You can't argue with that, really. Yeah. Can I ask you, because we said the AAA, so we know it's aware, accept, but what's the third? Articulate.
Say it. I mean, it's AAS. Say it. But it's better to remember it's 3 A's. Aware. Always be aware. What am I feeling? I'm just about to go and eat a massive cake, or I'm just about to go on a mad spending spree. I'm just about to go and get a bottle of wine. What am I? I'm feeling lonely. Okay, I can accept I'm lonely. And I can accept that, actually, you know, if you're not choosing connection, you're choosing disconnection, then say, I'm a lonely person. What can I do about it? You're not going to get better by drinking a bottle of wine. There's lots of things you can do. So tune into what you're feeling completely and then say it. I am feeling annoyed, pissed off, angry, betrayed, because it will go away really quickly. And if you don't do that, it will just keep coming back.
I'm imagining... sometimes, you know, I would go into a dark space to go and say that and say it like, oh, like this is terrible.
But then if you remember, your feelings are the most real thing you will ever have. And they're like a classroom of children going, hey, notice me. And if you don't notice them, they get louder. But if you go, oh, okay, yeah, today I'm feeling...
Fester.
I'm not feeling very kind. You know, smart people do stupid things. Kind people can be mean. Funny people can be serious. So many of my clients who are comedians, they're not funny at all. They're really cranky and bitter and hostile. And they think that it's okay. You're allowed to be cranky. You don't have to be funny all the time. You don't have to be clever all the time. But if you can start with your feelings are real, and you can't drink them or eat them or Netflix them, you've got to feel them. And that's the way to do it. Aware, accept, articulate them. Not to everyone else, just to yourself.
Yes.
Today I'm feeling let down, betrayed, upset, disappointed. You don't have to go and tell anyone else. It's just you say it, because the feelings are in or out. And you always want them to be out. I say feelings are like gas. They're not comfortable. They hurt a lot more when you keep them in. So let them out, and then you'll feel better.
It's like AAA needs to happen before you can really realise that you are enough, because I think sometimes feeling like you're in some way full of defects of character leave you feeling like you'll never be enough, because you've got this terrible dark side to you. But actually, if you accept everything, You
know, one of the reasons AA works so well is the connection. It's you say, oh, I found someone like me. I found someone who sold their kids' doll's house like me. I feel a bit better. I found someone like me, and now I feel better, because everything comes back to connection. And if you don't, imagine you're feeling as I want attention, and you don't listen to it. You don't think, okay, I've become aware that I do need attention. How can I find it? Can I join a group? Instead, you're probably going to get an illness, because a lot of illnesses get you attention. Doctors will tell you that 70% of people turning up at the hospital have real illnesses caused by diseased thinking, not diseased organs. So they have real migraines, real irritable bowel, real skin conditions, real everything, but they're caused by diseased thinking. And that's actually great, because it's much easier to fix a diseased thought than a diseased organ. But if you don't do the AAA, and you're feeling, I want to be noticed, well, you might get a nervous twitch. You'll get plenty of attention. You know, one of the things I do with children a lot is I've literally got an Aladdin's lamp. Pretend this is the lamp. Come up, rub that and go, hey, Genie, I want something. What do you want? They go, I want to not fail at maths. I want to not eat lunch all by myself today. Now you've asked the Genie to make sure I don't fail at maths. Genie can give you a stomachache or diarrhea. Now you can't fail at maths because you can't go to school. So you've asked the Genie to give you something that isn't what you want. It's what you don't want. I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to fail. Hey, Genie, I want to be so happy that I got loads of friends. So we make the wrong wishes. I don't want to be dumped. I don't want to write that book in case it gets terrible reviews. I don't want to fail. And the only way you can fail really is in failing to try. Wish for something you want. I want to find someone who falls in love with my very soul and is with me forever because I'm lovable. I want to go for it. And they know immediately I'm the person. That job has got my name all over it. So when you make better wishes, you're dialoguing better with your mind. And when you're saying, I've got this dark side, imagine that if you were perfect, if you were just perfect, you'd probably be alone because we have to have the opposite. Like funny people are serious, smart people do silly things. So remember, people who appear to be perfect often have very unhappy children who can't live in that. People go, oh my God, I think it was John Lennon's son who said, people come and go, Mom, I love your dad. I was so upset when he died because it's my dad. And he couldn't even have grief over his dad dying because everyone would stop and going, oh, your dad, he's a god, and I'm so upset he died. He goes, what about me?
Wow.
So when you have a parent who's an icon, that isn't always great. When you have a parent who's normal, that's what kids want, normal, flawed, like, and then you can say my mum is flawed, so I can be flawed. Like I said, I was so glad my parents are flawed, I could leave college. I could go my own way because they went their own way. But never try to be perfect. There's no happiness in being perfect. And remember,
it's exhausting.
And it's a race that you've entered that you can't win because there's no. As you get to the finishing line, it moves and it moves and it moves. And not only can you not complete the race, not only can you not win it, you can't even finish it because in the race to be perfect, there's no terminal ever. And you shouldn't want to be perfect. Just want to be yourself. It's so nice when you go, oh, people like me. I messed up and people still like me. I did something wrong and people still like me. I said to my kid, because that's the thing about parenting, apologize a lot. I'm sorry. I was cranky. I'm sorry. Today I lost it. I'm so sorry today I wasn't really attentive. They like that because now they do that thing about, it's, I said earlier, if you don't appear to love a child, they stop loving themselves. When you apologize a lot, they go, my little sister once, she goes, Mummy, have you got your pyramid today? I said, yes. She goes, I knew it. Because I say, when Mummy has her period, she's a little bit cranky and a little bit irritable. But it's not about you. What did she go? She goes, Mummy, I think my school teacher's got her pyramid today because she's so cranky. And actually the teacher had a menopause, so she was right.
I mean, I think when you apologise to your kids, what I noticed at some point was I'd go, guys, I'm sorry. And it was around perimenopause. Around that time was when I did most of my apologising. And I said, there's something happening to Mummy. It's not you. It's me.
Not you, it's me.
I
So
totally,
important.
And they go, it's okay.
Yeah.
And they started being sympathetic to me apologising.
Because you weren't being perfect.
And I was like, wow, this is so nice to be able to apologise profusely from the bottom of my heart and really mean it.
Yeah, apologise a lot, be present. And another thing that's really good is to say, you're not your behaviour. So I'd say to my daughter, why did you do that? We were at lambing one day and she pushed my nephew off. I said, why did you do that? She said, you said he was your favourite. I said, no, he's my favourite nephew. You're my favourite. I said, that was a really unkind thing to do. You're a good kid, but you did an unkind thing. But I'd always say, you're not your behaviour. And one day I went to get her from school and the teacher went, oh my God, I've so been put in my place. I said to Phaedra, your mummy is hopeless. She went, my mummy's not hopeless. She's just late. You're not your behaviour, And I love that at 5. Wow. She's not hopeless. She's just late. You're not your behaviour.
That's amazing.
So I loved it when she would feed that back. Somebody was mean.
Well, she taught the teachers.
Yeah.